Are we live? Ah, we in there. And we're going to have a Q&A. You can ask any question you like. G, we love you, Bex and Bree. How you enjoy Fit Camp. I love Fit Camp. Anytime we can be around a group of people, it's always joyous. You need the MP3? Go to SoundCloud and look up That's How I Like My Herbalife. It's a free download. Okay, y'all like these shirts? Look at this. It says Urban Heroes. It says Family Reunion. That's what we're doing. My entire organization is like so big that we had to split it up. We have it on the East Coast. We have it on October 1st and on the West Coast, and somewhere around the 8th or the 9th. We're still trying to figure out that date in San Antonio, Texas for the South. It's going to be crazy, fun, food, relay races, water balloon fights, family vision, all that kind of stuff. This is what you get to do with your organization. But right now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to set a context. What up, Garrain Jones? I wanted to just open up the space for anybody that has any question about anything whatsoever. I just felt the need to talk about whatever. My panda bow tie, I got 3 of them. They're in my closet at home in LA. So anybody ask any question whatsoever, and then we'll get to answering them. So we can talk about business. We can talk about the company that I'm in. We can talk about if you're stuck in life, whatever. Urban Homegirl, you asked me what my daily routine is like. No days are the same. But I have the same philosophy. Add as much value as I possibly can. Do everything I love and always stay happy. Where am I from? Originally from Houston, Texas. But I live in Los Angeles now. Edward Smack, you are awesome. No, Edward, you are awesome. If you see something of me, it's because there's a reflection. Is it that what you're seeing in yourself that needs to be cultivated? Did I like Mexico City? I loved Mexico City. How did I start with Herbalife? Somebody sampled me the products. I loved it. Tastes like my grandmother's sweet potato pie, which is a flavor that just came out, pumpkin spice. And I was pretty much in after that just because I love the flavor. Didn't know that I was going to get ridiculous results and turn that into career level income. But let me see. Let's see. Blessed G Training. Can you please tell me what you would do, or what did you do to find yourself such great confidence, and how to truly have so much passion in this life? Listen, my passion comes from doing what I love over and over and over and over and over. If I asked you your name, you could confidently and passionately tell me your name. Why? Because you said your name over and over and over. Typically, people don't have passion or confidence in things that they kind of do. So if you kind of talk to people, you kind of approach this business, you'll have kind of results. But if you do something 1,000 times, that will, just like a baby learning how to walk, or you learning how to tie your shoes, or you learning the ABCs, you will have confidence over time, but you have to actually put in the work over and over and over until. Let's see, McConomy1. My 6-year-old says she loves you, Kendall. Well, you tell Kendall that I love her back. She. Yeah, you tell Kendall that I love her back. And I'm going to sing a song for us. If you have it right now, put this up to her ear. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for, everything I need. Kendall, you are so beautiful to me. Kendall, that's for you. Let me see. Do I smoke weed? Absolutely not. I smoked weed one time when I was in 11th grade. Never did it again. Messed with my breathing. Never had a sip of alcohol. But I turn up with the best of them. You think I was on something. I'm on this Jesus life. Am I coming to Mexico City next year? I don't know. It depends on the invite. You are my motivation, Garrain. You are my Mark Hughes. That I could never fill those shoes, but I will gladly be your motivation. Thank you so much. Mark Hughes is such an inspiration. His spirit will live on forever, and I hope to one day, create a space where, my voice, ideas, creativity, passion has impacted, billions of lives. What book do I recommend? Any book for me. You know what I'm saying? The book that has made the biggest impact in my life is The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And the first book that changed my life, Paolo, is The Power of Positive Thinking. Loyal Fit Couple. What kind of marketing did you start with? Me and my passion and everything I love. Typically when people are just doing something for the money, they run into dead ends. When I came into this business, they said you can create your ideal lifestyle, but for me, if I'm not doing what I love, I'll quit. I know me. I know my personality. So if I'm bored, eventually you get bored of money after a while. You get bored of, you have to have something that stimulates your heart. I do every single thing that I love. So since the beginning, I've done, I love fashion. I love dressing up. I love fitness. I love motivating people. I love pandas. I do everything that I love. And that's what keeps me as a human being. Not a distributor, not as an entrepreneur, because I'm a human being first. So I'm going to do something that makes me happy. Whenever I'm at my happiest peak, whatever benefits for my life, as this business doesn't make me, I make the business. You know what I'm saying? We're coincide with one another, because if I'm not happy, this business can't do anything for me. I have to be happy, and it creates a ripple effect into everything else in my life. So my marketing, I am my own marketing. I am my own marketing billboard. So the better I am, the better everything else is around me. How do I become a better team player when I feel like I'm not fitting in the group? And then here's what I'm gonna tell you. This could change your life forever. Don't try to fit in the group. Just be yourself, and the world will form around you. Listen, I don't want nobody to do what I do. Do what you do. Do what makes you happy. Listen, if you don't like fun socks and pandas, don't do fun socks and pandas, because you're gonna end up trying to copy me so much that you're gonna leave yourself. Then you're gonna resent the company. You're gonna resent me. You're gonna resent yourself and all these other things. So don't try to fit in the group. You just be, because the greatest gift that you can give to this world is you in your authentic form. If you ain't being yourself, I promise you, you're going to hate everything. You're going to be one of them crazy people complaining about the weather, complaining about the president, complaining about everything. And you're so far removed from yourself that you forget that you are the one that controls your own happiness. So I wouldn't worry about trying to fit in a group. I haven't fit in a group my entire life. But I'll tell you this, by me being myself, people naturally want to be around me, because when you are a light, you shine in a world of darkness. So you just be your own authentic self. Do what you do. Love what you love. Don't try to fit in. Just be yourself. And then watch what happens over time. Too fat, too fit. Please guide me how to build organization to improve my buzz. I wouldn't try to be popular. Honestly, I would be the distributor that you want your distributors to be. If you're always late, you're going to attract late people. If you complain a lot, you're going to attract people who complain a lot. If you're not all the way in, you're going to attract people who do just like you. If you kind of show up to the events, if you're at the events and you're always on your Snapchat and taking pictures and doing all this other stuff, your team going to do everything that you do. So one of the things that I've learned the most in entrepreneurship is you be the change that you want to see in the world. Don't try to get nobody to do anything, because you can't make anybody do anything. You be your own best client. You be your own best distributor, and make sure you are the best representation of an entrepreneur, so people will be attracted and they'll come in the same light that you put out. What do I do within the first hour of waking up? I do not wake up without prayer. I do not wake up without meditation. I got to get some form of physical activity in to increase my serotonin. Serotonin inside of your body is what makes you actually happy. So I need to feel like I have some kind of pumps. I'll do some quick push-ups real quick. Go to the mirror, say my I ams. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am brave. I am resilient. I am a champion. Say those every single morning. Say my prayer, because I am nothing without my God, Lord and Savior. And so I acknowledge that, and I acknowledge that I just say, I'm always grateful to wake up, grateful to be alive. And so that's like something that that's repetitious for me. When you took the opportunity to start your business, what best advice can you give to someone who's just starting out? Get a ridiculous result, because you are in a health and wellness company. So make sure that everything that you show and what you talk about is in alignment with what you want to attract people to. Get a ridiculous result, tell everyone that you know, and and realize that every single person that you know is automatically connected to 30 people. Tell everybody that you know. Make a list of 100 people. Tell them. What people do, they'll talk to the first 3 easiest people and they won't finish their list. Make a list of 100 people. Call them. Tell them what you're excited about, regardless if they tell you no or not. No means not right now. Just be willing to do the uncomfortable, no matter what, every single day. Instant Change 24. Please, I'm in a similar position that you were in, living out of your car. How did you find your way without making excuses, even though you had all these obstacles to stay positive? That's the thing. I never made excuses. And that's this thing. People always come to me. They was like, hey, can you talk to this person? He's homeless, just like you were. Like, I was houseless. I had my car to live in. I never made excuses. I just didn't know where to put all of this energy. So I put them in my pride, my ego, talking about people behind their back, all this negativity, joining every march. And I was focused on everybody else's life when I could have been using that energy for my own. So my biggest piece of advice is, you look at any area in your life where it's negative. Apologize to everybody that you need to apologize to. Forgive everybody that you need to forgive. Don't watch TV. Read positive books, turn off the radio, and make sure that anytime you are giving energy, it's giving energy towards your happiness. If you put energy towards things that don't make you happy, then the fault is on you. And the only reason why I can say that, because I used to live in my car and I know exactly why I was living there. You know what I'm saying? And once I saw that it was my own attitude that had me in that car, well, listen, change your mindset, change your life. And that's why nobody can come to me and it's like, well, I don't have any money. Well, listen, let me tell you something. I didn't have any money. I was an ex-convict, ex-deadbeat dad, $250,000 in debt. Girlfriend that just broke up with me. Like, every excuse that you could possibly make. But then when I stopped allowing my circumstances to determine my future, and I actually grew a pair, stood up, and I was like, you know what? I'm 30-something years old. To hell with this. We weren't put on this earth to pay bills and die. And I wasn't looking to anybody else to come rescue me, because nobody was going to rescue Garrain. The only time that I can be happy, listen, I stopped giving people power over my own happiness, over my own joy, and I took responsibility. I did everything that I said I was going to do. I stopped saying I'm going to do something and didn't do it. Everything that I said I was going to do, I went out and I did it, regardless if I lived in my car or not. So when I came into this company, I didn't have a nutrition club. I felt like the world was against me. But one thing I did not have was excuses. I was doing wellness evaluations inside of Starbucks, out the trunk of my car, doing everything that I possibly could. I sold clothes, I sold shoes, CDs, DVDs, everything that I possibly could. I asked my friends, I was like, yo, do you have any shoes that you want to get rid of? Any clothes that you want? Listen, life cannot deny someone who's given their absolute all. But it wasn't until I pushed past the normalcy of my comfortability that the bigness of life showed up. You are where you are because of what has gone into your mind. Be a humble student. Always seek growth and do your best to observe people that are doing things that you're not, that have a life that you don't. Because the second you keep doing the same thing, saying the same thing, same attitude, you're going to stay right where you are. And I'm going to tell you this with 100% heart. We deserve to be exactly what we think about most. However we treat ourselves is exactly where we deserve to be. When I was living in my car for 2.5 years, I deserved to live in my car. Now looking back on my life, I didn't even know. And then there's some people out there, they're like, well, good thing for me. I don't live in my car. Or I never went to prison for 2.5 years like I did. Well, tell me something. You don't have to be behind bars to feel like you trapped in a relationship that you know you don't want to be in, and you just stuck in there probably because of your kids or probably because time passed or something. Everybody goes to jail in their mindset one time or another. They stuck in their mindset one time or another. We all go through the same thing. Let me tell you something. It's not about what happens to you. It's about what you do about what happens to you. And if you keep reacting the same way, change your attitude. Change your attitude and how you see it. When I was living out of my car, I was saying thank you every single day. These personal development videos that I'm doing, these people say, oh, it's good. It's easy for you to talk about it. You make a lot of money. You retired your mom. You bought a house and all that. I was like, man, you must ain't been following me long enough, because when I was living out of my car, when I was living out of my storage unit, I had a personal development series called The Storage because it had good lighting. And it was all white backgrounds while I was living in my storage unit till 8 p.m. at night. Nobody knew that I just was using my gift, my God-given talent, and giving it away while people were in the comfort of their own home. Because everything that everybody is seeing is the overflow of what my life was like 6 years ago. Now, people think of what I'm doing now is why my life is what it is. Absolutely not. It's what I was doing when I didn't have all this stuff is why everything is the way that it is now. So now everything that I'm doing, watch what my life looks like 5 years from now. It's the overflow. I kept giving and even when I didn't have, I realized that God had given me something and it brought me joy to give to other people. The more people that you're giving value to, trust me, over time, something is going to happen in your life, but I wasn't doing it to make money, which is why I wasn't charging anybody anything. So if anything that I said added value to your life, don't sleep. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till the next day. That's the thing. As soon as I had a new awareness, you can't change anything without awareness. As soon as I had a new awareness, I was on it like flies on doo-doo. I did not wait. And then, well, let me wait till tomorrow. Listen, tomorrow's not promised, and the future ain't gonna never be here. Why? Because when you get to the future, all you will have is right now. So the only time that you have is right now. What is your inspiration? What motivates you every day? You know what? Life, seeing people happy, knowing that there's like a little voice telling me to do something every day and acting on it and watching what happens, the ripple effect. Just like life in general, like, wow, like look at these fingers. You look at them long enough, you're like, wow, the creator was like, really put all of us together? There's 100 trillion cells in your body. Like, wow, the structure of life, like watching people, knowing that I have something inside that could drastically change this planet. That's what gives me motivation every single day. What do you do when you're in a funk? And how do you get out of it? Family issues, work issues. None of that's real. And I'll give you some context what I mean. When you say you want something in life, when you say you want something big in your life, whatever the caliber of what you want big in your life, there will be an opposite force in the world called resistance. AKA the devil, AKA anything that is trying to stop you from getting what you want. You want something big, you will have to pay the price for something big. It's kind of like, how can I put it? You ask your coach to train you for a marathon. Your coach is not going to give you a workout from here to the kitchen, because that's not going to groom you to be the kind of person that deserves to run 26.2 miles. He's going to give you some blistering workouts that you're going to have to run, overcome, come back, run, overcome, come back, and all of these different things. You know what I'm saying? So think about it like this. You're asking God, God, I want this big thing. How else do you think he's going to train you? He ain't going to give you nothing small to overcome. And how else do you think you will be trained? Through people, life experiences, and things that are put there to shape you, to shift you, to groom you, and to stop you, and to see if what you want is what you really, really, really want. 99% of the people fall short in life because they let their family get to them. They let their best friend or their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their husband or their children, whatever. You got a God call. There's something inside of you that's saying, do this. And it's massive. How do you think you are going to be trained? How do you think you're going to be trained? You get trained through life experiences. You want a small dream? You will have small results. You want a big dream? You'll have big results on the other side of what you overcome. And everybody's going to have to pay the price. So I'm going to give you a visual, and maybe this can help you. So when I tell you it's not real, here's what I want to explain. So imagine, I want everybody to close their eyes. Imagine you're outside of a cave, right? And then a wizard comes up to you. Your only job is to go in and retrieve the scroll. Right before you go into the cave, the wizard says, hey, all you need to do is keep moving forward. Anything that you see before you reach the scroll is only a mirage. It's not real. You enter the cave, and as soon as you enter the cave, you see a snake, and you're deathly afraid of snakes. And so all of a sudden you freeze up, start sweating, the tears coming out of your eyes. And then the wizard just told you, it's not real. Keep moving forward. And then you keep marching. You keep moving. And the second you move past, listen to what I'm saying. The second you move past the issue at hand, the snake vanishes. Soon as you get past the snake, all of a sudden, the guy or the girl sees their favorite dead relative who's been dead for like 15 years. Oh, I miss you. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. The wizard said, it's not real. Keep moving forward and retrieve the scroll. He keeps moving forward. Here's two options. We have the ability to change our future. A lot of people don't know that, but you do, because you're speaking to somebody who did. As you were going for the scroll, your mission was to keep moving forward and grab the scroll. But what you did is you got distracted by something that wasn't real. And as soon as you went to reach for the dead relative, the distraction, the whole cave crash down on you. Have you noticed that whenever you lose focus, something crazy happens? Yes. Follow one course until successful. Keep moving forward. Option number 2, keep moving forward. Keep moving. Oh, it's so difficult. Life knocks you back down. You get back up. Life knocks you back down. You get back up. Life knocks you back down. You get back up, but you keep moving forward. And the second you move past the obstacle at hand, it vanishes. You reach the scroll, move to the next level. Life is exactly the same way. The reason why it's so difficult, the reason why it's so hard, because the only way to get your attention is through your heart. That's why it uses relatives. That's why it uses family. And it will use anything it can that's connected to you to stop you from your dream, to see if what you want is what you really want. Because if you want something big, like a championship, you must be a certain caliber of a person. And if you're not that caliber of a person, it will not happen. That's why 99% of people that win the lottery end up going bankrupt, because they do not become that kind of person. So hopefully that answers your question. How do you stop friends from hating on you? You can't stop people from hating. That'll never happen. Jesus is said to be perfect. People hate on Jesus every day. Allah, all the Buddha, like everybody hate on them every single day. So you ain't if they can't get rid of it, you ain't gonna stop that. So honestly, man, you just got to develop a strong core, a strong foundation, and figure out what you value most and keep going with that. The people that were in my life before, a lot of people are not in my life now. It's kind of like school. Like the people that you went to school with in first grade aren't the people that you graduated with. So life is pretty much the same way. You just got to accept it as it is. Accept them for who they are. You can't make somebody join Herbalife. You can just do what you do. You can't make somebody join your business. Just be the best representation of that and be people's friends. That's it. And if they hate on you, then maybe they weren't really your friends to begin with. Who is my sponsor? Brian Holyfield. That's my guy right there. Saved my life. Said, how did you get people to see the vision? I don't get people to see the vision. I live the vision and people see it. Whoever see it, see it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I didn't say, hey, look at my vision. No, like, I was living my vision. I was speaking my vision when I didn't have any money, when I didn't have a home, when I didn't have a team. I was speaking it then. Everything that I was speaking 6.5 years ago is what I'm living right now. So I would say believe much bigger, much sooner. Believe in yourself like you did when you was 4 years old. Tips for going on stage first time in the panel. Honestly, the first time I went on stage, I was so afraid. You just got to get it done. Honestly, get it done. Go on stage, be yourself. If you're funny, be funny. Don't try to be like this extra perfect person. When you try to be perfect, that's where you mess up the most. Just go and do what you do. If you know what you're talking about, talk about what you know. Take the word hope out of your vocabulary. I will meet you on the president's team. Life responds to conviction. I am Vishal 4222. You are a madman. Thank you so much. That was the best compliment I had all day. Let me see. I love you right back, Lizzie. Fly couple journey. Can you give me advice to fight with the laziness? Man, you on your own on that. Typically, people are lazy when they're not doing anything that they love. So find something that you love to do, stick with that, and keep on upgrading yourself. Like, the remedy for lazy is to actually do something. Somebody asked some burning desire questions. People are asking titles of songs. Like, ask something that could like make or break your life. Somebody asked some make or break life questions. Like, if you're having problems with your family, or if you're having like something you just can't seem to get past something, that if you had this answer, it could literally change your life forever. You have an opportunity to speak to somebody that is like changed hundreds of thousands of lives all over the world, at least gave people an awareness so they can discover how to change their own selves. But you have an opportunity to ask these questions now. He asked, what do you do with people who are difficult to reach for the follow-up? Find some more people to talk to. I own 2 businesses and I'm dying to become a public speaker. Honestly, this is how you get your start. This is what I tell people all the time. If you want to do something really bad, especially when it comes to connecting with people are like, well, what school do I have to go to? I never went to school. I didn't go to school for music. I didn't go to school for writing. I didn't go to school for singing. I didn't go to school for public speaking. If you got something to say, say it. Use Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything where there's people. And when you have something that could that you really feel like that can bring value to something, the platform shouldn't matter. That's why I'll talk on anything at any time. Like, I don't have to wait for a gig of me. Like, I was just in Mexico City and I spoke on stage in front of 30,000 people. I don't have to wait to speak on stage for a self-development or a leadership for 30,000 people. I can talk to you guys right now. I can speak to one-on-one. I can do a video. I can do a Snapchat. I can do an Instagram and do that over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And then something eventually happens. Like, I've gotten gigs doing Facebook Lives and in Insta Chat lives just like this. Where the 3-day workshop that I did, the 3-day transformation workshop that I did in the UK a couple months ago from one of these Facebook Lives. I just became a supervisor 8 months now. Yo, congratulations, L. Congratulations. Now, go teach people how to do exactly what you did. Okay, so let's see. Annie Rock Burkhart. What did you do when things are going wrong and need that extra to focus again and recover your joy? I'll tell you, every time I'm growing through a challenge, I don't say it's a problem or something like that. It's always something that I'm growing through. So I'm growing through a challenge. Here's what I know. When I'm growing through a challenge, I know that I'm being shaped for something. I always know that I'm being shaped for something much bigger. So whenever life gets hard and I might feel stuck, what I do is I'll enroll myself in a physical challenge. When you see me doing these triathlons or these half Ironmans or swimming 3 miles in the ocean and doing some crazy stuff, it's because I'm trying to stretch myself outside of what I think is possible for my life. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So I put myself in positions to be stretched. If you feel bored or if you feel like there's like a lag, it's typically because you're probably surrounded by people who aren't growing. And if you're around people when it seems difficult, you might be able to learn from them. You might be able to learn from them if you're not on the defense and be like, oh, what's wrong with me? It's like, wait a second, let me quiet my mind. They might be doing some things in a way that I can be doing. Welcome your difficulties and your challenges with thank yous. And just say, thank you for making me better. Gratitude is the glue that holds life together. And just keep saying, thank you for making me better. Thank you for making me better. Thank you for making me better. I can't explain the process. All I know is the more grateful I am. Not just when things are good. It's easy when it's easy. It's when life happens, when somebody passes away, when you have a breakup, when somebody breaks into your house or your car, or there's a car wreck or whatever. How do you respond to life then? How you show up in times of difficulty will be the ripple effect of the results that will show up in your life. Hopefully that's helpful for you. When knocking on doors, how do you respond? I don't knock on people's doors. Only time I did that was for Hurricane Harvey, when I flew down to Houston as soon as the storm, as the hurricane hit, and was going through human feces and mold and all that kind of stuff, helping people rip up their carpet and tile, and had some powerful leaders with me as we were doing house to house, 5 houses a day. That's the only time I went to strangers' house knocking on their doors, possibly in my life. My son is struggling, 10 years old, with frustration and anger since the divorce 1 year ago. What PD do you recommend for kids? We do daily intentions and affirmations already. Here's what I can tell you as someone who had a mom and dad who separated. People don't do what you say, they do what they see. 75% of communication is nonverbal. It's through energy, example, and action. People have an emotional body around them. So you can be saying something, but feeling something on the inside. And what the kid is relating to is the actual feeling. So if anything, I would say change whatever's going on in your personal life to the happiest of the happy, beyond happy on the inside and outside, and show examples of what those affirmations represent outside of just the words. You might be doing that, but I can tell you this. I know for a fact, people don't do what you say. They do what they see, and they respond to how they feel based off of the energy that's going around. What are some ways you were able to let go of the past? I can't seem to let go of past hurt and successes. Here, let me tell you this, bro. If you just turn on the TV and look at all this craziness in the world, it's clear. All you got to do is turn on the TV. Everybody's trying to change everything on the surface. Don't kneel during the NFL, or you're disrespecting the flag. And if you're disrespecting the flag, then there's this racism talk. Then there's this all this stuff, and people are changing all this stuff from the surface. Let me tell you something. You ain't gonna never have change unless the root of everything is healed. But the root of everything has to start within. So the reason why it's easy for me to let go of the past, because if I look at my present life and what it looks like, and I'm not at my maximum capacity, and I'm not doing what I know I could be doing, living how I know I could be living, and there's more faking than actual resilience and abundance in my life, the thing that's got a stranglehold on your life is what happened in the past. Whatever you can't let go of, let me tell you something. Whatever you can't let go of is the same strength that's needed to hold for the next level of your life. So you ain't gonna never get to the capacity that you could be as a God-ordained child, holding on to anything that doesn't serve a purpose towards love, peace, and happiness. And that's 1,000% fact. Because the second you get ahead, it's going to come back and meet you every single time. You're going to make a lot of money, and all of a sudden the money's going to come back and meet you where you are. And the thing that's creating that stranglehold is what you can't let go of. You can't let go of it? Cool. Well, I ain't going to let go of your blessing. Matter of fact, I'm going to give it to somebody else. So because I see how important the ripple effect of life can be when having a clear space and truly being aligned, mind, body, and spirit, you can't receive the bulk of your blessings when something is in the way, and God can't bless who you pretend to be. And there's a lot of pretending online, whether you're conscious of it or not. So whatever you can't let go of is stopping your legacy to show up how it's supposed to be showing up, as each and every person over here came into this life with something of great value to bring to the world. And what's on the other side of what you won't let go of is everything you've never had. So you're holding your own future hostage. It's not worth it, bro. Just let it go. I've been told to go to Hawaii to teach spiritually, but I just started my business here. God is saying, just jump. It's a burning desire. Follow the voice. That means sharing my story on a wider scale. You don't even have to ask that question. You know exactly what the answer is. Let go of kindergarten, and it's time to step into the first grade. Jump and the net will appear. That is it for tonight. Yeah, no, I didn't want to drink the water now, but I'll get some after I'm done. But thank you guys for tuning in. Peace, love, and blessings to everybody out there. Listen, whatever you're going through in life, always say, I can do whatever it is that I need to do. Life can always be worse. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to say thank you for everything, even if it appears to be bad. It's only there to shape you and groom you to make you stronger. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I don't talk about anything that I read in a book. This is something that I live every single day. Like, I'm an ex-deadbeat dad that was an ex-convict, $200,000 in debt. Like, I couldn't keep friends, and I've completely turned my life around. And I'm a black man in America. I can't use that excuse no more. No, I was just being lazy. I don't care who the president is. It don't matter who is running this country. Nobody's going to stop me from doing everything that I said I was going to do. Nobody's going to stop me from acting on my ideas. The integrity that I didn't have was the reason why I didn't have the life that I wanted. As soon as I did everything that I said I was going to do, I became the president of my own life. Do not give one person power over your own dominion. Don't nobody control my mindset. And this is what I tell people all the time. And it's a really deep conversation because they were like, man, listen, it feels so good to be free. You ain't gonna never be free if you don't have the power to possess your own mind. Outside freedom does not relate to inside freedom. The inside freedom is what you want, because to be free on the outside, but still have a slave-like mentality to the environment to which you had no control when you were a little kid, and that's still controlling your life. That's a modern day slavery, and you don't even know it, psyching yourself out, thinking that you're free. I don't even celebrate July 4th. I celebrate August 2011, 3:43 in the morning when I had my moment of awakening, when I gave my life over and I say, you know what? Enough is enough. This is what I want for my life. And that's when I became free. That's the day that I celebrate, because, and I have much respect for everybody that fought for the outside freedom. But the greatest battle you will ever fight is the battle of the mind. And if you're free on the outside, but you're a slave to your mentality, you're a slave to the computer, you're a slave to society, you're a slave to your parents, you're a slave, you ain't gonna never be free. You'll never, ever, ever be free a day in your life. But every day that you wake up is the opportunity to become the best version of yourself and not the less version of yourself. And if you woke up, that means that you are still being worked on and you can make the most of your life. Listen, I'm telling you this from personal experience. This ain't nothing that I memorize quotes or anything. I really do live this life. The battle of the mind is the one that you want to fight. Win that one. Win that one. Take your personal, your magnetism, your freedom. Win that battle. Win that war. Everything else will proceed. I promise you, on everything that I love. You want this freedom? You want this happiness? The greatest success is when you go to sleep at night, it's peaceful and it's calm, free of doubt, free of fear, free of worry. You got all your debts paid. And it's like calm, no fuzziness in the brain. Strive for freedom of all forms. And that's what you have access to. And once you get it, the only way to change this world is to change yourself. And just teach people how to do what you did. Promise you, that's all I do. That's how I can go on stage speaking in front of 30, 40,000 people. Easy. Because there's only one person in the room, and that's us. We're all the same, no matter the skin color, religion, everything. When you boil it all the way down, you got to figure your life out. We started as perfect puzzle piece, and every interaction you had, scramble the pieces. Your mission now in life is to put all those pieces back together to how you started. I love you. I love you. I love you. Keep following, keep supporting, and we'll be in contact. Peace.